Good morning, everyone. The first lesson of this week is vocabulary. Okay? So let us start with the objectives. So the first objective is to identify the meaning of unknown words or words with multiple meanings. Okay? This is the first objective. The second objective is to use the target vocabulary, means the words that you will study in this lesson, in writing meaningful sentences. Okay, I repeat, the first objective is to identify the meaning of unknown words or words with multiple meanings, means to know what these words mean. The second objective, we will use this vocabulary or the words that we will study in writing meaningful sentences. Okay, let's start with the first word. So what does the first word mean? So it is remains. So what do we mean by remains? Okay, remains, they are pieces or parts of something, okay, that continue to exist when most of it has been used or destroyed. I repeat, so remains, they are pieces or parts of something that continue to exist when most of it has been used or destroyed. For example, the archaeologist found reptiles' remains in the cave. Look at the picture. So this scientist, we call him an archaeologist. So he found reptiles' remains in the cave. Okay, we continue. Before that, let me erase this. The second word, buried. So what does the word buried mean? Buried actually comes from the verb to bury. So to bury something means, for example, to put a dead body in the grave. You know, when a person dies, they put his body in the grave. So that is bury. Or you bury something. Look at the picture here. For example, the dog buries the bone. Okay, the dog buried his bone. Next, fossils. What do we mean by fossils? Actually, fossils are shapes of bones, shells, or animal skeleton preserved in rocks for a very long time. I repeat, the fossils, they are shapes of bones, shells, or animal skeleton preserved in rocks for a very long time. For example, scientists could not figure out the age of those fossils. Means they could not know their age. Okay, so this is the third word. Let's move to the fourth word. Evidence. What does it mean, an evidence? Well, an evidence is one or more reasons for believing that something is or is not true. An evidence, it tells you if something is true or not true. For example, the detective found no evidence to arrest the suspect. Means he did not find any reason to say if the suspect is innocent or guilty. Okay, so the last word is fears. What do we mean by fears? Look at this lion. Fears. Well, fears means aggressive, violent, or frightening. Fears means aggressive, violent, or frightening. For example, the fierce lion attacked the visitors in the zoo. Okay, I repeat, fierce, we said, means aggressive, violent, or frightening. Is that okay? I repeat, all together. Number one, we said remains. So remains, they are pieces or parts of something that is left. The second word, buried. So we said you bury something means you put it in the grave or you put it in the soil, in the ground. Next, fossils. The fossils are bones, skeletons, or shells which were preserved in rocks since a long time. Number 4, evidence. So an evidence is a reason to tell you that something is true or not true. And finally, fierce, we said it means aggressive, violent, or frightening, something that makes you scared. Okay, now the first part of your practice, you will go online again after watching the video and you have the words with definitions. You read them well, then you choose the correct definition for each word. Is that clear? This is number 1. When you finish number 1, you will go to number 2. You complete the sentences with the appropriate words. You have sentences, you have choices, and you choose the right word, okay, for each sentence. The second part, it's your turn to write your own examples, okay? You have 5 words, means you have to write 5 meaningful sentences. Is that clear, guys? Well, I hope my explanation was clear for you enough. So good luck, and if you have any questions, easily email me and ask me about whatever you like, okay? Have a good day.